John Hunter.
So did you think that
Best lap.
getting buckled up helped you in that case, or did you need to get
54.625. Let's see if we can do it.
The fastest time is about a 50. I guess I can connect with my phone. Coming out of the final corner, you'll see what glasses put up. Looks like it might not be the fastest of today, but it's going to be right below the podium, it looks like. Could be under the if things haven't taken out. Still a really good lap coming for there.
But don't forget to join us back here at the track on Saturday, September 12th for Road IMS. This is a hands-on experience providing you and team drivers a simple series for road. This is a completely program and will be fun for the drivers. So many finishes on September 12th from IndyCar drivers are so
Well, didn't get the pole, but we beat a NASCAR driver.
I call them yellow coats because they are strict. They're even strict now. But as a kid, I remember coming here with that, and I didn't like coming here as a kid because I didn't have a flavor. This place is all business.
They're willing to help you, and if you have questions, there's people to go to, and that's from everyone. Like everyone in the company organization is there to help, and everyone kind of seems to be working in the same direction, which makes it a lot easier too. You know.
Anyway, time now for a little competition. The drivers command. Drivers, start your engines. Which race fan between these three can say it the best, the loudest, and whoever gets it done, the first place will take home this sweet hat right here. Fired up for the Brickyard 400. Of course, we got some breaks here for the second and third place. Okay, so who do we have here for the competition? Give your name and where you're from.
My name's Jake, and I'm from Franklin, Ohio.
Okay, your name, sir.
Big John from Ellettsville, Indiana.
All right, nearby. Your name, sir.
Randall from Finchville, Kentucky.
All right, Kentucky. All right, so here we go. You're up first. Come on, race fans, give it up for them. Let's see them. All right, look right there in that camera and give that driver's command. Here we go. Drivers, start your engines! Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, all right. You're up next, sir. Here we go, my man. Right into the camera.
Drivers, start your
Oh, that's good. All right, the final one from Kentucky. Right there in front of the camera. Here we go. Drivers, start your engine! Wow, okay. We got three good ones here, everybody. Who are we going with? Who are we going with? What do you say? We are going with Mr. Kentucky. You got it done. Job well done. gentlemen, here's something for you guys as well. Race fans, give it up for the three guys here going to work here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
But he's got some work to do, but he can get it done. And then Rajah Caruth, who has 7 top 10s, 70 lead laps left this season. So there's just 4 drivers that are seeking their first career win. Whoa, how exciting it would be if they could get it here at Indianapolis.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and
The victory podium, and welcome Senior Marketing Manager of Team 5 Oil Change, Stephanie Lee.
drivers, start your engines!
From Joey Gase and Nathan Burke. Rounding out the field at row 19, Blake Murphy and Jacob Starr. 31 Chevrolet. Everybody through cleanly. Creed with a nose out in front. Crumple trying to hang tough on the outside lane. First time to turn 2. Very dicey in this area as drivers are trying to gain their position and position themselves for the entry to turn 3 and sort itself out as it's 2 wide, 3 wide, at some points back in the pack. Sam Mayer gets through a second of that green and black 41 car, so it's Creed and Mayer. The teammates will lost back the team. Day taking a look at Chastain. That's Chastain just on the outside, but Ross closes the door. Coming off turn 2. And now Sawalic's going to try to take advantage of the momentum off the second corner to pull up to the inside of Day. This is for 9th and 10th spots as they head for turn 3. Justin Allgaier, the championship leader, just behind as that gets close in the corner. winning the first stage of the Pennzoil 250 here in Indianapolis.
Check down in the
fuel gets attached and they go to work on the right-hand side of the car. Obviously, the multi-lug nut setup here in the O'Reilly series looks like a downforce adjustment on the right rear of the car. We'll have to see if that gets carried over onto the left. Waiting for the last bits of fuel to be done, and he is on his way out quickly.
Now as he comes down the pit lane, other cars exiting their stalls. Quick stop from the 19 of Brent Cruz. Who else is going to come out and make this a real traffic jam at the pit exit end? It's going to be Ross Chastain off the pit lane first, and Clements is going to be buried back in some traffic. Well, as we watch after that round of pit stops and look at some of the tape dangling there from the nose of Ross Chastain's car as we're doubled up for the restart. So it's Chastain, Sawalich, Quabbel and Creed, Allgaier and Mayer on the double up.
Before getting back in line in that neon yellow number 20 car. Fourth one back on the inside. Sawalich trying to make it work on the outside. Can he make it stick?
Here comes Chastain back on the inside. So still double wide for the race lead. All the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Little side drafting. Little run from behind by Sheldon Creed. Can he push Sawalich clear to 3?
Boy, a nice restart from Sheldon Creed. Grab that third spot.
Look at this, Carson Quabbel going to fan out 3 wide, looking for a little momentum run into the corner. How's this going to play out?
Chastain has Sheldon Creed to thank because Creed gave Chastain the big shove to get past Sawalich. The stage, and with only 6 laps to go in this stage, and of course we're going to run at least a couple here under caution.
really lucky and really good to drive it through that spin and not hit anything.
He went off of the verbal cue that was given to him, but not by the physical cue by his right front tire changer. What that meant was, as he rolled over the jack, the left rear tire wasn't fully attached, and that's what caused that little bit of bodywork damage that you saw.
Got it. Thank you, DJ. So there's the story from Brett Cruz.
Into the good, so he's not very comfortable either.
It's going to be interesting to see how that looks at the end of the race for sure. So there's the scene, and we're set for a restart. 34 laps to go. Back to turn one. Here comes Mayer with a 3-wide bid at the bottom. Quapple gets shoved up. That forces Sawalich 3-wide on the outside, and they're still double wide for the race lead.
Allgaier got good momentum off that second turn, but he isn't able to close the door on Chastain. Chastain hanging tough down on that inside.
Creed was trying to push Allgaier forward, but then ended up backing off and giving some space. Double wide still, turn number 3. Chastain knows he's got to stay inside Allgaier to keep a shot at this lead. Back out of it on the outside, caught on the wide part of that 3-wide. Mayer bouncing off Quapple as they wrestle for second spot. And Quapple will hang on to it. So Quapple to second. Here comes Allgaier and Creed now trying to rally back to the inside of Mayer.
Austin Hill right there in that 21. He's taking a look up underneath Mayer as well for position. And now finds himself in 6th and under attack. Little bit of room between Mayer and Sawalich now as you look back from the back end of the Mayer car at that view.
That's Chase Elliott trying to move up. The blue car with the pink nose and the stripe on it. So Chase Elliott settles in line. Corey Day tries to follow him through. To the end of stage number 2. Remember, the top 10 in each stage get points toward the championship. Things are very bunched up near that 12th and 13th place dividing line between in the chase for the championship and out. Will we see chaos and mayhem on this restart? Or will we see just outside, the 32 of Carruth being pushed from behind by Chastain and Allgaier, respectively. Roger Carruth is going to nose out in front into the race lead. They're 3 wide, back for about 5th. And they sort it out off the corner. Raja Karuth leads in Indianapolis. Watch that right side of the big screens, that big knot of traffic headed into turn number 3. 3 wide into the corners here, doesn't often work out well.
Well, Brandon Jones stuck on the outside and got to the first. Raja Karuth still able to hold off Justin Allgaier for now for the lead in the front. But it is a battle back in the pack. 2 wide almost all the way through.
Everybody holding their breath here. Here they come, fanning out again down the back straightaway. They'll be coming around to 1 lap to go in the second stage of our Pennzoil 250. Pushing and shoving into the corner.
Chase Elliott there on the inside of the 21, and that's Austin Hill.
Raja Karuth leading, Justin Allgaier second. This is where our eyes are drawn to. Chase Elliott in the 88 to the inside. He's got Austin Hill to his outside. Brandon Jones there mixing it up as well. And now back up front. Who's going to win stage number 2? Karuth moves to the defensive line to the inside. Allgaier is with him.
Allgaier is certainly looking for an opportunity to make a move as they go into turn 3, but just not close enough right now. Raja Karuth has done a nice job holding Allgaier back. Allgaier with the fresh tires, Karuth. best to ever do it in this series, Justin Allgaier, to get it done.
And he's going to drive around the racetrack, Alan Kulwicki style. And get a look at you fans and at this massive facility where he has just made some history of his own. Carson Kvapil with his first career win. And he does it here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Margin of victory going to be 0.6 seconds over Justin Allgaier. And in his 64th career start in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Carson Kvapil is a first-time winner.